I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, and you know it. Please don't leave me, girl. Don't you go. Ain't too proud to ooh, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Don't you go. It was just my imagination, running away with me. It was just my imagination, running away with me. But my life is incomplete and I'm so blue, cause I can't get next to you. I can't get next to you now. I just can't. I can't get next to you now, 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 now. Oh, next to
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm just sitting here dancing like crazy. All right, if you are just tuning in and you love Motown music, then you want to see this. Ain't Too Proud, the life and times of the Temptations. It is coming to the fabulous Fox Theater, actually coming up on through May 9th. So we want to get you there and get you the tickets. We want you to see this fabulous man, Robert Crenshaw, the ensemble, Al Bryant, Norman Whitfield, and he's from our area. Hello, Robert.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, fantastic. I'm so excited for this one. You got to understand, I grew up around Motown because my mom and dad were swing and jitterbug dancers. So all they ever listened to was Motown. So here I was, this little girl in grade school, and I'm listening to this music, and all my friends are like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "It's beyond deep." It's the most I say to this day, and I'm sure you are going to agree with this. It is the most fabulous music that's ever existed,
Oh yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
It's
And
so good.
how
Uh-huh.
excited are you to be in this iconic aspect of music and bringing us back and for the first time introducing some people to music maybe they never heard before?
Yeah, so it's absolutely incredible. It's a dream come true. I love Motown. I love the Temptations. There's so much history within the show that I did not know about because I'm fairly young. So it's like some things I was like, I never knew that. But it's been so good to like learn the history about the Temptations and everything and about all the different things that they went through in order to get to the mountaintop. And that's just been so amazing. And the fact that it's a Broadway musical, me doing what I love to do. Oh, it's just absolutely amazing, and I love it. And it feels good to travel all over the world and to be able to perform this show at such a high level. It's incredible.
Now, you just said you're young. How old are you?
I am 28.
Yes, that is young. And so, yes, this is music that would have had to have been introduced to you by parents and grandparents for you to love that. But that's what we love. So, generation to generation, introducing. It's so funny, Robert. My mom, she'll hear me singing along to a song and she's like, honey, that is not new. That's from years ago. It's just redone. All right, mom. Is there any original song anymore? So obviously, we're going to be bebopping in our seats. I'm sure you
Oh
probably even
yeah,
encourage people to sing along and encourage them to get up and dance at some point. Some people might say, sit down.
absolutely.
And you're like, come on. How can you sit still with that
How
music?
can you sit still? It's so incredible.
So this is your first big show, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's get a little background on where you were prior to getting this.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in St. Louis. I went to performing arts schools my entire life, performing arts public schools. I went to Ames VPA, Carlane VPA, and then Central VPA. I've been training at COCA, the Center of Creative Arts, since the third grade. I yeah, I did a lot of work around the St. Louis area, whether it's performing in different shows, working with the Black Rep. I did Muni Kids when I was little. I did the Teen Talent competition over at the Fox. And yeah, I taught different places around the city, including like Sumner High School, New Era Dance Academy, and Best Dance Talent Center. I taught at all of those places. So like I'm very, very grounded and rooted in the arts community within St. Louis, including working with like Metro Theater Company and like things of that nature. And yeah, I put on a showcase. I put on a showcase to try and raise money so that I can move to New York, and I did all of the talents that were up my sleeve, and like I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm doing like a little bit of MC work and everything, and got the crowd really into it. I raised some money, I moved to the city, and then 10 months I am auditioning for different shows, getting callbacks for so many different shows. I am booking gigs, but turning them down because I'm like, I moved here to be on Broadway or to book a tour or something. But I ended up going to see a show, and I met this guy who was doing a show called Forever Motown. And
Mm.
Forever Motown included three former Temptations who actually used to sing with the group. And I
Oh,
got to sing background behind them, and it was
oh,
absolutely incredible. So while I'm doing that entire thing, I'm still auditioning and living in New York and trying to like live a lifestyle so that I can be able to like pay my bills and everything because rent was expensive. And that's with roommates. So like I'm there, I'm auditioning, I'm working at where was I working? I was working doing bar mitzvahs and dancing at bar mitzvahs and things like that. And then
sure.
I'm
Got to
also
do what you got to
working
do,
at
Robert.
nursery homes where I'm teaching the elderly how to exercise and how to dance and move their bodies and things like that. So like I'm doing these jobs so that I can be able to pay rent and everything while I'm auditioning and things like that. Because I was like, I know that there's a dream, I have goals, I'm trying to achieve them, all the things. And then 10 months later, I booked Ain't Too Proud, and we went through like five different callbacks in order for me to finally book it and everything. And it was such a dream come true. Like I got the call when I was on the way home from the gym, and like
Take
I'm
me,
jumping
take
up and
me through that
down,
call.
screaming,
Yeah,
huh?
screaming. I knew it. I knew it. I was going to say, take me
Yes, I
through
was
that
screaming,
call.
I'm jumping up and down, I'm praising God, like I'm just so happy. And then as soon as I got off the phone with Courtney King, I ended up calling my calling my mom and calling my siblings and everything, and everyone was just so excited and so proud. And yeah, we went through the audition process. I booked it, we did rehearsals for a month, and then we started tour in September in Chicago, and then we've been traveling all over the US since, and it's been a dream come true.
I love that. Again, if you're just tuning in, as you can see, we're interviewing Robert Crenshaw, our own hometown, Robert Crenshaw. Again, I was asking him, I was like, where were you born? He goes, St. Louis. I'm like, oh, I know, but I'm a St. Louis girl too. So he's like, oh, I was north and south and east and west. He's been all over. And now he truly is north and south and east and west and traveling all over with this. But how excited to come back and grace the iconic stage of the fabulous Fox Theater with everyone hooting and hollering, saying, that's our guy. That's our guy right there. How many seats do you have for family?
So many seats for family. So someone actually donated tickets. It was the Friends of SLPS. They donated tickets for my former high school to come to see the show.
I
So
love
they
it.
have students and staff coming to see the show on Friday night. I have family and friends coming from like big groups that my mom put together, church communities that I've attended over the years. They're coming, and then just all of my closest friends. Everyone's coming, and it's like groups of 50 coming to each of these shows. So I'm really, really excited about performing in front of them. Sumner is coming. It's just so many people within the arts community and so many people that I've been connected to over time. They're coming to support the show, and I'm really, really excited to put on a show for them.
So I don't know if there's any seats left. Just kidding. There
There will
are,
definitely
folks.
be some seats left. The
Yes.
Fox is huge.
Yes, it is. What an amazing place. We always say whenever we interview anybody from any show, it's just you sit there and every time you go, you see something new. You look up. I didn't see that last time. It's
Mhm.
amazing. Again, so we're going to love the music, but what can you tell us without giving it all away of a little preview? As you had mentioned, there are things that you even learned about of, oh, I didn't know this happened. I didn't know that happened. What is the message in the show and what do you hope people walk away with?
The message of the show is really about brotherhood, and just like the Temptations, and just how they grow together, how they were founded, how they came together, how they were introduced to Barry Gordy and Smokey Robinson, meeting Norman Whitfield, getting their manager Shelley Berger. It's all about how they came together, how they got all the way up to the mountaintop, and then what also led to them kind of like falling apart a little bit, and things of that nature, and like the drama that came into it, and just all the different aspects that they had to deal with on top of being superstars.
Yeah.
And it's just such an incredible journey that we go on, including the 30 hits that are within the show. And there's so many songs, and it's the Temptations just have a huge catalog, and the show makes sure that you get a good taste of everything. And the choreography is Tony Award winning choreography.
Yes.
It won the best choreography in 2019 by Sergio Trujillo, and it has been directed by the two-time Tony Award winner Des McAnuff. And they worked together to be able to create this brilliant production. From It's based on the book by Otis Williams about the Temptations, and the musical was created by Dominique Morisseau. And with all of those brilliant minds coming together to piece this show together, it's able to take us on a journey on what they've been through, but also how they're able to still be a group to this day because they're still traveling the world,
Yes.
still performing. And Otis Williams, the founder, is actually still a part of the Temptations, traveling alongside with them.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. Again, so here's some historical aspects and then things that are bringing it forward. So I did know they were still performing, but I didn't know
Hmm.
just how steep again that went. So you're looking at some pictures taken from the performance that you're going to see. So we're also talking about not just the Temptations, but you think about the best music around, and it was the Temptations and the Supremes. So talk about that aspect.
Yes. Yes. So that's just been absolutely incredible to learn because I didn't know that there was so much back and forth between the two. Like both of them are both soaring and they are thriving in their careers, both groups. But there were times where like they were like, whoa, like, is there a little competition? But then there's also like, no, like we could actually work together. And it's just been it's really nice to see just both of those incredible groups on stage every night. I love it. It's amazing.
Absolutely, and that it's a natural to think. Wait a minute, you're a really good group. We're a really good group. We're competing. Oh wait, no, we can blend together. And isn't that really a message in life of instead of the competition, let's lift each other up?
Yes, because we can all win.
Yes. We can support each other. So you're also going to get a message in this, right? It's overcoming odds. It's being at the top of your game, getting knocked down. Then you think about what's going on in the world. And back then it was the civil unrest. And that comes into play during the show as well, right, Robert?
Yes, it surely does. It surely does because that was very prominent to the different things that we had to go through during that time. So you will see moments of racism that happens within the show, but then there's also the influence of drugs and just how that has a chokehold on our community and everything. But then there's also moments of, like I was saying earlier, brotherhood. And even with those brotherhood relationships, it was loving at times, but then there was also times when we would bump each other's heads. And then it's just how we're able to overcome all of those different obstacles on top of being superstars.
Absolutely. Again, if you're just tuning in, Robert Crenshaw, he's in the ensemble, plays Al Bryant. He mentioned earlier Norman Whitfield. The Life and Times of the Temptations. It's Ain't Too Proud at the Fabulous Fox. Again, Friday and Saturday evenings, 7:30. Then if you want to go to the matinee, Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Ticket prices starting at $35. And again, as we mentioned, it's May 9th through the 11th. I'm going to be there shouting for you on opening night on May 9th for sure. But again, we're just so excited because this is really the big one for Robert. And then it is, where do you want to go from here? So, what are your aspirations? What are your dreams?
um, to be completely honest, it's to go wherever God takes me.
Love it.
I'm very open to what happens with my career after this. I do have like an initial plan of going back to New York and getting back into the audition world and just trying to book something else. But wherever it takes me, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'm going.
Yep. God lay the path and I'll walk it.
I'll walk it. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
do you have favorite song from the Temptations? What's been your favorite so far? Or does it change each night where you're like, oh my gosh, we really hit this one?
It does change often because there's just so many hits in the show, and like coming into the show, I always loved My Girl. Like
Yes.
that's always been a hit for me. But when I joined the show, it quickly became Can't Get Next to You.
Uh-huh.
And the choreography in that number, the singing in that number is just absolutely phenomenal. And I just, oh, I love it. And then of course I love my song. I I love to sing shout every night. It's so
I
incredible.
want to. I want
It's
to.
so incredible.
And he didn't know I was going to do this, and I always can just throw it in, and they'll either accept it or not. Can you give us a little bit of something?
Ooh, you gotta come to the show and
I
see
am coming.
it. You gotta come to the show and see
You know I'll
it.
be there. And I want all of you to watch. For those of you that haven't, I tried. For those of you that have been missing the music of yesteryear, the Motown music, the Temptations, the Supremes, etc., you got to get to this one because if you haven't been to the show in a while, or you know what, I tell you what, Robert, if this was their very first introduction to musical theater, wouldn't that be amazing? What a great one to
Yes, they
start.
will. Yes, it would be absolutely amazing. They will be truly inspired and hopefully encourages you to do theater or encourages you to bring your kids to continue to come and see theater. It's very, very amazing. Like, if this is your very first time seeing a musical, you're going to be blown away and you're going
And
to want to go back to the Fox and see more shows.
And if you think back when you were a young kid, growing up, grade school, and thinking, I might want to get into this, wouldn't you want to have the introduction to something like this? I mean, again, parents,
Absolutely.
grandparents, yes, because you can say, hey, this was our music. And then you're seeing generations go to the theater together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely incredible, especially with this timeless music.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's so good, so timeless.
I am excited to see you continue to flourish in your career. And I can't wait to see you perform on May 9th. Again, May 9th is the opening night, but you have the opportunity May 9th through the 11th to get your tickets. And then remember this name, Robert Crenshaw, because Robert said, wherever God wants to lead me, I'm just going to keep going. Do you enjoy singing, dancing more, or kind of even?
Oh, all of it. Singing, dancing, acting. I enjoy being an MC as well for like weddings and bar mitzvahs and things of that nature. I'm a choreographer, I'm a director and producer. I love it all.
I
I
love it
love
all.
anything arts affiliated.
And this is the thing, Robert. People say, "Oh, you gotta zoom in on one thing, hone in on one thing," and I'm like, "No, you don't. Do all of your passions,
Mm-mm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
can do them well, right?" And people are like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be great at anything if you're all over the place." It's not true. There are
It's
so
not
many of
true.
us that have multiple jobs and multiple passions. I love that you mentioned Coca earlier because wow, are they not amazing?
They're absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
The students that dance there, the staff that teaches, the community environment that's around in the space, it's always been like that at Coca. It's always been amazing. The productions that they put on have always been amazing. Coca is phenomenal, is top tier. I love Coca with all my heart.
Me too. Me too. I went there. Back when I was in radio, I had an instructor that invited me over. He's like, Monica, come do a segment on us. I said, yeah, absolutely. And we were doing, I love dance and I danced when I was younger. And so he's like, have you ever done African dance though? And I go, no. And he goes, come on, let me teach you. And oh my gosh,
Mm.
we were doing just this constant back and forth. And I'm like, my back and my core feel incredible. I will never, ever, ever forget that. All right. Once again, before we wrap up, we're going to give you the show times, the dates, so that you can go and see Robert Crenshaw and everyone else involved in Ain't Too Proud, the life and times of the Temptations. Don't let this one come and go out of St. Louis and miss it altogether. And shout as loud as you can for Robert and say, hey, I saw him on the Real Monica Adams show. That's right. We are so proud of him and cannot wait to see everything that you're going to do in the future. So if you want to go to opening night, tickets still available for that. You want to go to evening or an afternoon, a matinee performance, just as I mentioned, don't let it go. All right. What one last thing could you say to make sure that they purchase those tickets?
You don't want to miss it. You're going to be blown away. It's incredible. It's fun. It's energetic. It's loving. It's beautiful. You're going to feel every single emotion in the theater, and you're going to love it. You're going to walk away with your minds blown, inspired. Filled with love, filled with positivity, encouraged, and just happy. Come and
Look at
see
you, just make me happy, Robert. You're just your smile and
it.
your enthusiasm. I just absolutely adore you already. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. And truly, I cannot wait. Hopefully, maybe even get a chance to say hi, give you a shout out, give you a hug, and tell you how I know you're going to be amazing. And again, we tried to get a little tease from him, but he said you just got to get into the theater to hear him. Thank you, Robert. I hope you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, everybody, don't go anywhere. We've got more of the Real Monica Adams show to come.